Today, we are going to talk about variables. In Java, you can give a piece of data or just some information that you have a name. The reason you'd want to give this data a name is so that you can do stuff to that data later by just typing in its name. This makes your code shorter and easier to understand. If you want to give your data a name, all you have to do is tell the computer what type the data is and then type in the name you want. In order to assign or give that type and name to your data, you use an equal sign. By the way, if you want to learn more about types, check out my video called Primitive Types. I highly recommend it. Now that you've given your data a name and type, it is called a variable.
Wait, I still don't get it.
Let's do an example. If you have the number 5, you can type in int x equals 5. We have just declared or created a variable. In this example, the variable name is x, the value is 5, and the type is int. The value 5 is the data that you have, and you're using the name and the type to describe it. Another thing to keep in mind is that in Java, variable names are called identifiers. So in the previous example, x would be called the identifier. Identifiers are important because they can help someone who is looking at your code understand what your data is. In the previous example, I called my number 5 x, but it is considered good Java practice. That means it's a good idea to give your variables identifiers that are meaningful or tell you something about that variable. So let's say I wanted to write a program that has to do with different people's ages. I could type in int mom age equals 40, int sister age equals 14, and int brother age equals 18. It's important to notice how I wrote out the variable names or identifiers. Mom is written in lowercase, but the first letter in age is capitalized. Identifiers must start with lowercase letters, but it is considered good Java practice for any following words to start with an uppercase letter. Let's summarize what we learned today. A variable is just some kind of data that has a name and a type. The name of a variable is called an identifier. Identifiers can be whatever you want, but it's a good idea to give your variables meaningful names. And finally, identifiers start with lowercase letters. I hope this video helped you get Java. Thanks for watching!